Welcome to r/entitled people, where we share stories from your lives about people who think the rules don't apply to them, and they should get what they want. Thank you friends for subscribing to the channel, and for so many likes. And today we have 3 great stories, so subscribe, hit the like button, and let's begin. The first story, the manager sold Karen my property. The second story, crazy Karen apparently wanted to get pizza forever for free, and ended up getting banned from any pizza place. The third story, the entitled HOA on the private property of those who do not obey them. The first story is how I got a store manager fired for selling my property to a Karen mom. I'm 26 male, and I'm both autistic and have severe PTSD from some childhood trauma caused by both of my parents that I really don't want to get into. I'm on a few different medications for depression and migraines, and have to live in Section 8 housing that I just moved into a few months ago after being on the waiting list for years. I don't like being touched or loud noises, and I certainly don't like seeing anyone take my stuff. When I moved to this city for the Section 8 housing, I'd been gifted a brand new Razor Kick scooter by a friend to get around my new area with. And I love it. It's black and made a bit sturdier than typical ones for an adult to ride, and has bigger wheels. It also isn't sold in the local stores, but they have similar looking ones in the bike department. And obviously I don't just leave it outside when I go into a store. I fold it up and put it in my cart while shopping. I look kinda twitchy, so most people leave me alone, and I'm just fine with that. But touch me without consent or take my stuff and be ready for a massive freakout. I went down the canned food aisle and started browsing the chunky soup. When I picked what I'd wanted and put the cans in the cart, I noticed my scooter was gone, and there was a woman with a kid fast walking away while carrying it. I shouted after them to return my scooter, but they ignored me, so I abandoned my cart to give chase. When I caught up to the lady and the kid, I tried to take my scooter back, and the kid screamed so loud my eardrums felt like they were going to pop. And the Karen mom shoved down while yelling something I didn't hear, because my ears were ringing, and my brain just stopped working for a moment. A manager noticed the commotion and came to see what the trouble was. I didn't even get a chance to speak when the Karen mom started calling me a creep, and was demanding I be thrown out. I kept trying to explain what really happened, but the Karen just kept yelling over me. We were separated, and I was made to sit in an office. The manager approached me, and I asked him where my scooter was, and he admonished me and said it was sold to the Karen, and I shouldn't have tried to take it from the kid when they were just trying to buy it from the store. Then he pointed out he had to give the Karen a discount just because of the situation. I understandably freaked out and told him that the Karen had taken my scooter that I came into the store with, and it wasn't sold there. The manager just looked confused, and I nearly broke down. Then I pulled my phone out and showed him a picture a friend had taken of me with the scooter, right after I'd gotten it. The next thing I knew, he was running out of the room, and when he finally came back, he said that the Karen was long gone. I pulled out my phone back out and started frantically calling the police. The manager actually tried to stop me by putting his hand over my phone, and I freaked out from him touching me. He backed off because I'd nearly kicked him and was panicking, and said he'd buy me another scooter from the store. I told him that my scooter was expensive and didn't come from their store, and I wanted mine back. Well, it turned out I had managed to dial 911 because the police were already listening in on the line, and the operator was trying to get my attention. I just told them to send someone over because my property had been stolen. I had to wait for another hour at least, while police showed up, and then went through the CCTV footage. It clearly showed me entering the store with the scooter, and showed the Karen and her crotch goblin taking it from my cart, and the mess that followed when I tried to get it back. I wanted my scooter back, and police had to find the Karen from the camera footage of the parking lot. They found her address by running her plate number they got from the camera footage, and I got to ride in the back of a police car while we went to her apartment. The officer knocked on her door, and I didn't hear the situation because I was still sitting in the back of the car with the windows closed. But the Karen mom looked really angry, and eventually brought out the scooter. After some back and forth, she practically had to wring it out of her kid's hands. I got let out of the car, and they asked me if I wanted to press charges for assault because the mother had shoved me. She looked ghost white when I said I did want that. But the Karen started crying and begging me. She said that she honestly thought it was something the store was selling, and it was her kid's birthday. I yelled that didn't excuse her stealing from someone else's cart, let alone from a legally disabled man. Her kid was also loudly crying, and my ears were hurting again. So I said I wouldn't press charges on her if she didn't come near me or my stuff again. But I wanted something done about the manager at that store for letting this happen. And I was ready to ride my scooter all the way back there. But the police convinced me that it'd be better if I just went home and calmed down. I later learned on my next visit to the store a couple days later that the manager was fired over what happened because he already had a few complaints against him and didn't bother to check that the scooter wasn't one of theirs. And the store gave the Karen and her kid a replacement Razor scooter that they had in stock because she'd already paid for one. But she was also banned for 6 months from the store for shoving me and stealing my property. I was also given a $50 gift card for some free groceries since I wasn't able to buy anything the day that mess happened. Now every time I go into that store, a few of the employees know me by name, and one actually told a random kid to leave me alone when he asked about my scooter. I certainly keep a better eye on it now too. I've also since added a name tag on the underside of the scooter, with my full name on it just in case this happens again. The second story. EK wants free pizza forever, gets banned instead. Cast, manager, me. Nice employee, May. Karen, the ever entitled, EK. So I'm a store manager for a large chain pizza place that charges a bit more than the competition, but makes an arguably better product. We try to always believe the customer and make them happy if something is wrong. We have a loyal base of regulars who order often, as well as a lot of other business from randoms in the several nearby hotels. Friday night, EK calls in an order. Very simple pepperoni and jalapeno pizza. Driver delivers it. 30 minutes later, I'm asked to talk to an angry customer on the phone. EK, is this the manager? I've been on hold for over half an hour. Impossible, but okay. Me, I'm very sorry about that, ma'am. What seems to be the problem? EK, I'm at hotel, and your driver was so rude, and my pizza is burnt. Me, sorry to hear that the pizza was not up to our quality standards. Can I make you another and send it out? EK, no, don't bother. You've already ruined my kids' dinner, and they're crying now. Give me a credit. Red flag. Me, okay ma'am, I'll credit your number, and when you order next, it'll be free. I'm very sorry again. Have a good night. EK, whatever, hangs up. I credit the number and think whatever, that's the end of it. Saturday night. Hey, this lady on the phone wants to speak to the manager. Me, hello, thank you for holding, this is me. EK, are you all R? How long does it take to answer the effing phone? Me, I'm sorry, what? You've only been on hold a moment while my employee got me. EK, don't effing tell me how long I've been on hold. I know how long I've been on hold for. I'm groaning inwardly already. A fun customer, yippee. Me, I'm sorry ma'am, how can I assist you? EK, my pizza is burnt, and you have the rudest effing delivery driver. They practically threw the pizza in my face. Light bulb clicks at this story. I've dealt with this lady before. Me, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll definitely talk to the driver about it. Can I make you a new pizza to replace the one you said is burnt? EK, no, give me a credit. Me, okay ma'am, to ensure our quality standards are being met, can I have a driver come pick up the burnt pizza so I can talk to my production staff about it? EK, no, we ate it. Me, you ate the burnt pizza? EK, yes, we were starving and couldn't wait for a remake, so give me a credit. Me, for the pizza you ate? EK, it was effing burnt. Let me speak to a manager. Me, I am the manager. EK, I want to speak to your manager. You're being so rude and disrespectful. It's 'cause I'm black, isn't it? You effing racist piece of SH. Me, ma'am, 1, stop cussing. 2, I have no idea what you look like or who you are. But, EK cuts me off. That's right, BA. You don't know who the F I am, but you're about to find out. She then hangs up before I can say anything else. Being as she was extra, I let my DM know about a possible complaint on my behavior and what actually went down. Just as I get off the phone with her, I hear yelling in the lobby. EK, where's that BA racist manager? I step around the partition and see a cow of a woman wearing tacky bright green and orange with red shoes. Me, can I help you? I'm already done with this heifer because I know who it is. EK, gonna say some SH now? Give me a D refund for my burnt pizza, and I want gas money for driving over here. Me, you didn't pay for any pizza, it was free, and we don't reimburse gas for people driving to the store. EK, you think this is an effing joke? You're gonna give me my effing money or it's gonna go off in this bee. I'm 100% done at this point. Me, get out. EK, what the F did you say? Me, get out of the store. EK, you can't tell me to leave, this is a public space. Me, no ma'am, it's a private business, and you're no longer allowed. I'm refusing to serve you. Leave now, or I'll be forced to call the police. EK, F you, F you. She continues to bellow this until the police arrive. I had to hear every sing-song version of F you for about 5 minutes. Police, do you want to trespass her? Me, yes, she isn't welcome here anymore. Police in our town are super cool with us because we give them special discounts, and occasionally donate a stack of pizzas to the precinct. Police just outside main door easily heard. Okay, so you're now being trespassed. Do not come here, do not linger in the parking lot, or you will be arrested. This applies for every single pizza store, not just this one. The defeated look on her face when he said that was almost worth the cost of admission. Not the most epic ending I know, but what can you do? And the last story is HOA Wants a War. I live in a rural area, on a family farm. The farm next to ours was sold to a developer who built a bunch of mini mansions that have an HOA. Now, the mini mansions back up to my family farm. I get letters every week from the HOA complaining about the tractor sitting in the field at the front of my property, where it can be seen from the street. We're working that field and the tractor is necessary. I've had them complain about my barns, outbuildings, the sound of the large tractor when I'm seeding, and once had my grandfather saw some people he didn't recognize checking out the barn. Went out with his double-barrel 12-gauge to see what they up to. They were HOA inspectors who declared their right to inspect the building to make sure it met HOA rules. My grandfather is not politically correct, and I was pleased he restrained himself from using 00 buckshot to register his opinion of trespassers. And yes, our property is fenced and posted. I was informed by the HOA that they were going to fine me $1,000 a day until the offending striations and machinery were removed. I informed them that I and my property are not part of the HOA, and if their inspectors set foot on my property again, I would have them arrested or let my grandfather loose with his double barrel. They went nuts and called the county sheriff's office. Having lived here for generations, I know the sheriff. He came out and asked me what was going on, and I told him. He also visited the HOA and heard their demands that he takes immediate action to protect their inspectors. They were less than happy when he informed them that since my property is posted and fenced, I was well within my rights to not allow them on my land. Also, because of our livestock, a 12-gauge is not unreasonable because of predators. He also informed them that as I'm not a member of the HOA, I have no requirement to allow them on my land, and if he gets another call, he will arrest the inspectors for criminal trespass. I've since been sent a letter from the HOA's lawyer telling me to cease and desist all operations until they get at the court date because they're suing me for damaging the value of their property. I forwarded it to my lawyer, who after he got done laughing was amazed. First, because the court has issued a cease and desist order, and secondly, we've been here farming for 4 generations. I've spoken with the HOA board and told them to leave us alone, or we'll be more than happy to play. Our lawyer is better than their lawyer. I was informed that the developer of their property assured them I'd be selling my land for development to an organization like his, that has since resolved into the ether. They were more than a little surprised when I told them that we're currently training the 5th generation to take over, and we have no intention of selling our farm, period. Seems the developer left them with the impression that I was selling my property to be developed like my neighbors had been, only to make his money and run. God have mercy on overzealous HOAs. Thank you for watching, subscribe, hit the bell button, and have a good day.